everybody, and welcome to a very cold place today. This is my 14 plate 1.6 very underpowered Astra that I dearly love. And today I'm going to do something very similar to what I did with the Vectra, and I'm going to give this top 10 things I dislike about this car. Now don't get me wrong, I want to start this video off by telling you I absolutely love this car. It is great on fuel, it's very comfortable to drive, and I haven't had an issue with it yet, apart from I had to change the battery. But I'm going to give you 10 things that I dislike about this car in my ownership in 4 months. Now I just want to start off this video by mentioning the area that I'm recording this video in is the same area that I made the letter video in. I thought it to be quite adequate to put my car in this sort of area to record the top 10 things I dislike about this car. Now, if any of you guys have watched any of my videos and you do like them, please leave a like and subscribe for me, or leave a comment on something that I should improve on in future. So my first thing on my list of top 10 things I dislike about the car is this handbrake. So this handbrake works as a normal handbrake. You put it down to go, you pull it up to, well, stop, essentially, or to lock the car in place. However, on your other Astras you'll have a button that is Hill Start Assist, and obviously that disengages by itself when you lift the clutch up and the car goes. Unfortunately, this car also has Hill Start Assist with a handbrake, which I think is quite unusual for a car with a handbrake anyways. And when you put the handbrake down, you put your clutch on and you try and move off, the car struggles to move because Hill Start Assist takes a little while to disengage, especially where you're at a traffic light and you have to rev the engine for it to actually move. And just to keep it with the theme of the interior, this car does have Bluetooth connectivity. However, you can attach your phone to this, and if I just press phone, it'll tell you that my phone is connected. You can talk to people via this by calling somebody, and it'll give you a voice command of people to talk to or commands to say. But the thing is though, although it connects your phone onto here with your contact books and everything else, this is a 2014 car. 2014 cars normally have a touchscreen by now, but this still does not allow you to change your music via your phone. It does have an aux port, which is down here. It doesn't have a USB, but I've put some in here anyways. But it still won't allow you to change your music via your phone. You have to tap the screen of your phone whilst it's on there to change your music, which in a 2014 car is something I really don't like. And that's why I plan on changing this to a Tesla screen one day that has Bluetooth connectivity and will allow you to change your music without having to touch your phone whilst driving. Again, with the interior, it's worth mentioning that the griffin on the steering wheel seems to be very cheaply placed. Let me just give you an example. Let me just move the V flag. Look, it's moving. I'm not even, if I try and focus the camera on there, I'm not exaggerating this, that moves. And it's the same thing with the rest of the griffin. The rest of the griffin is very flexible, very movable, and this just feels like you can break it if you tug too tightly. And it's the rest for the rest of the griffin. It's very loosely put on and very cheap and finicky. And that's one thing I dislike about the car, because when you're cleaning it with a microfiber, your microfiber grabs the V and could pull it off. Another thing worth mentioning is the other day I was driving along after I just washed the car, and this door was actually, it sounded like water was in it. Now, apparently this was a design flaw by Vauxhall on many Vauxhall vehicles, where the doors actually do fill up with water, and that the drain plugs at the bottom of the door tend to clog up. So you have to put a screwdriver through there for the water to gush out. And here's another thing with the car. See these controls here for your lights? It's clearly indicated that if I switch it to this, the lights are off. This is your side lights, and that is your lights to be on. But Vauxhall have sort of confused themselves in a way. If I turn, whilst the car is on, by the way, so I'll turn the car on, if I turn the lights to this, look what happens when I switch it from them to them. Lights on, lights off, side lights, lights on, lights off. I mean, it is just really bizarre. Like, I'm not joking, that is saying it is off. Okay, the little light is there pointing it's on the off position. We walk to the front of the car. What the heck? Now moving under the bonnet of the car, you'll find there's my nice 1.6 Ecotec engine, but then we look at the battery and look at how many guards there are in keeping this battery in place. You've got this here, you've got this arm here, you've got the side rails, you've got this on the top as well. How difficult is it to hold a battery in a 2014 car? Most Vauxhalls like the Vectra never had all this and never suffered a problem with the battery. So Vauxhall, why this many guards? Now, one other thing that I'll mention is the front valance of the car. This plastic chin underneath tends to scrape every single bump, and it does tend to annoy me quite a bit. Another thing with the engine bay of the car, obviously the Vectra's bonnet holds were in the corner here, the Corsa's in the corner there as well, but no, the Astra decided to be a bit different and put them in your view, quite literally. Now this isn't so bad apart from if you're trying to work at the airbox. This gets in the way, so what I am going to plan on doing is putting some bonnet struts here connected to here without having to cut or weld anything on, and that would make it so much easier, to which I would never have to use that. Another bugbearer, which is very similar to the battery, is the coil pack. Now I tried to service in the coil pack the other week, first of all by taking that off and just putting that to the side. You see this little clip here. Now this is such a pain in the backside, so let me just try and demonstrate this. You take this off like so. Obviously you need a screwdriver, but this orange plastic bit has snapped off. You can see it's actually kind of loose in there. It is holding the plug on, but this part snaps off quite easily, and the only way of fixing this is by changing the entire loom of the engine, and I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that. Vauxhall, again, why do you put stupid clips on things that don't need to be stupidly clipped on for? And then finally there's the pure engine noise of the car. Now, although the Vectra didn't sound all that amazing, it sounded a little bit better than this 1.6. Now obviously the older 1.6s actually sounded pretty well, but what I will do to this car is I am going to put a dual exhaust on the back, because the exhaust is right under there hidden away. Now obviously if I change that, this is going to sound much nicer, and that is my aim, because it sounds a lot like a hairdryer. Now I've got to admit, this is one great little car. In fact, I prefer this car to the Vectra and the Safira that I had. However, I do miss my Vectra for certain reasons. Now for more videos on this Astra, just click the subscribe button and let me know if you want to see more of it. But we will be doing some more videos on other people's cars, and also a few little things. I'll be doing this virtual reality game soon, and then showing you little bits of what I do to the car. So little vlogs, little bits and pieces about the Astra and what we do next. So if you want to see more of them, please click the like button and click your bell icon in the top corner, and then also leave a comment to say what you'd like to see next about the Astra. So in that instance, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys